We don't see God anywhere around us, nor do we see any of His workforce doing anything for us on a day to day basis. Therefore, it is not surprising that so many people wonder, does God exist or what God does for us? So, today we will discuss what God does for us. In our last two videos, we discussed few important things God did for us. Today we will discuss few more things God did or He is doing for us, and we should be aware of this. Allah is the Arabic name for God, and we have used both the names for God in our discussion. So let's continue our discussion. What Allah has done or He is doing for us. So first point for today is that Allah gave us faculties to acquire and process knowledge. Some extremely important organs of our body, namely eyes, ears, our brains, and hearts, are given by Allah. Through these organs, we acquire and process knowledge. We know our surrounding, understand it, and enjoy this world. These faculties are also the channels through which we gain guidance and differentiate what is good and what is evil. We should be grateful to Allah for the gift of these enormously important organs. Following are the verses which point out to this fact. And Allah has extracted you from the wombs of your mothers, not knowing a thing. And He made for you hearing and vision and intellect, that perhaps you would be grateful. Chapter number 16, verse number 78. Another verse, say, it is He who has produced you and made for you hearing and vision and intellect. Little are you grateful. Chapter number 67, verse number 23. Another verse, indeed, we guided him to the way, be he grateful or be he ungrateful. Chapter number 76, verse number 3. For all these favors mentioned in our last two videos and the one mentioned today, Allah does not seek provisions from us, rather He provides us our provisions. We must appreciate this great act of benevolence of God. It's the law of this world that if anyone does a favor to others, they seek some reward or reimbursement in cash or kind. But God does all these immensely valuable favors to us, yet on top of that He is providing us our provisions that are necessary for our survival and our pleasure. There are multiple verses in the Quran mentioning this fact. We are citing one verse from the Quran here. And the verse is like this. And enjoin prayer upon your family and people and be steadfast therein. We ask you not for provisions. We provide you, and the best outcome is for those of righteousness. Chapter number 20, verse number 32. Another act of Allah is that He is testing us. This life is a period of test for all humans. God gave us existence and blessed us with all the favors mentioned above. God made it clear as to what is good and what is evil. He gave us guidance about how should we spend our life on this earth and deal with his creations. And by putting different people in different situations, he is testing who amongst us are the grateful to him, who is doing good and abstain from the evil. This point is mentioned in the following verses. First verse, He who created death and life to test you as to which of you is best in deed, and He is the exalted in might, the forgiving. Chapter number 67, verse number 2. Another verse, Indeed, we have made that which is on the earth adornment for it, that we may test as to which of them is best in deed. Chapter number 18, verse number 7. Another verse, You will be surely tested in your possessions and in yourselves. Chapter number 3, verse number 186. And the last point we would like to mention here is that God will reward us as per our deeds on the day of judgment. After our death, we will be gathered before Him and stand before Him to give the accounts of our deeds in this world. He will reward those who were grateful to Him in this world, who spent life on the earth as per His laws and His guidance, and He will punish wrongdoers and doers of evil. Following verses point out to this fact. First verse, From the earth we created you, and into it we will return you, and from it we will extract you another time. Chapter number 20, verse number 55. Another verse, How can you disbelieve in Allah when you were lifeless and He brought you to the light? Then He will cause you to die, and then He will bring you back to life, and then to Him you will be returned. Chapter number 2, verse number 28. Another verse, And fear the day when you will be returned to Allah, then every soul will be compensated for what it earned, and they will not be wronged or treated unjustly. Chapter number 2, verse number 281. So let's conclude the entire discussion. God created the universe and everything in that. He gave us existence. He subjected everything in the sky and the earth to our service. He is providing us with all the provisions necessary for our survival. Lastly, He provided us guidance as well. God did all these great favors to us. After the death, He will gather all of us again and reward the righteous and punish the wrongdoers. Therefore, it is important to be aware of all this and be one of those who will be rewarded on the day of judgment. With this, we have come to the end of today's discussion. We will bring you more talk from the Quran, so keep visiting us. And do not forget to subscribe to our channel and press the bell sign so that you get notification for all new videos. If you want to read the Quran in your own language, you can download it from our website quranforhumanity.org. We have translations of the Quran in more than 100 languages. May guidance and peace be upon entire humanity.